What's the list, Randall? I'm back with the Hellcat, and today we have another video. What I'm gonna be doing is something that it's either a love it or a hate it thing, which is washing your car. Detailing your car, you can do it many different ways, whether it's a bucket, pressure washer, waterless wash. Today I'm gonna go over an at-home pressure washer setup that you can put together on a budget, show you the results, and we'll go from there. So here we have the Charger. Hasn't been washed in a couple of weeks. What that means is that we have dirt all over the vehicle. Let me try and zoom in. And as you can see, pretty much the wheels are dirty. And by the way, I did make that move that I hinted at in my last video. I did put the wheels on the car. But, other than that, they're already dirty. I've been on there about 2 days. We got dirt all on the side of the vehicle. Pretty much all the way around the car. So this is something that's common to any car, regardless of what you do. Keep it in the garage, keep it outside, whatever. Your car will eventually get dirty when it rains and you have inclement weather. So what we're gonna do is clean it up today, but I'm gonna show you how to put together a pressure washing setup. That way you can do the same, save you some money. First off, you have two types of pressure washers. You have gas pressure washers, which are gonna run off gasoline. They're gonna have some maintenance involved and they're gonna have a louder engine. What that means is that if you like to wash your car late at night or early in the morning, you're not gonna be able to do so with a gas pressure washer. You have the kind of like the one I have here. It's going to be a Ryobi electric pressure washer. What that means is that it's going to be low maintenance. It has a compact form factor, so you can store these away, in shelves or in cabinets or different things like that. And you don't have to worry about fuel. As long as you have power, you can plug it in and go. Even if you don't have power, at that point you can use a generator, which is going to make noise to power it up, with a water tank, and you're still able to utilize the pressure washer system. So it allows you more versatility. A pressure washer like this is about 1600 psi. What that means is that it's not going to be real strong to where you have to worry about ripping your paint off or tearing your car off or whatever surface you are going to be pressure washing, but it does have enough power to wash your car. So this pressure washer is roughly about 97 bucks, so 100 bucks give or take depending on where you get it from. And then you also have the foam cannon. Foam cannons you can find online for about 20 bucks. This particular foam cannon that I have right here is going to be the MTM, the PF22.2 version 2. So what that is it's a little bit higher grade foam cannon. What I found is at the cheaper foam cannons, I have a problem with breaking them or they get clogged up, and so you want to invest in a good foam cannon. That way you get a lot of use out of it, and it's not going to break on you while you're washing the car, and then you have to stop and switch with what you're doing to try and figure it out. And so in this case, this setup right here is about $200, not including the cost of the water hose. If you think about it, you pay about 40 to 50 bucks per car wash. That's the cost of about 4 car washes. So after you wash your car 4 car washes with this setup, it's going to pay for itself. So we're going to see how this pressure washer performs. We're going to see how this foam cannon performs, and then we're going to let you be the judge of if it's something that's worthwhile for you to have in your home garage set up at home. So let's get to it. And so inside this box, we have a pressure washer. Like I said, it's real compact, so it already comes with a hose. You have your pressure washer, and then you have your siphon tube for your soap. And then you have your tip. I usually use this tip when I'm washing the car. And then you also have your wand. And so it goes together pretty quick. I'm doing it on the fly. You don't have to really read the instructions for the most part. You just gotta kind of know what you're doing. And so I have this wand assembled. And I'm gonna hook the hose up as well. And so I'm pulling the cap off the hose. This is gonna fit in the bottom right here. Gonna make sure you get a tight fit. Gonna pull the plastic wrapper off. Then your hose is going to go to the back of the pressure washer unit, or the front actually. So we're going to hook up at the front. And once again, while I'm doing this is a 1600 psi unit. It's real compact, 1.2 gallons a minute, so it's not going to use a lot of water for those that have to use a portable water supply. But it is going to get you some good results when you pair it up with the proper foam cannon. There are foam cannons that want you to have a higher PSI, and you also have foam cannons that are going to require low PSI as far as that they'll still work. And so in this case, we have a foam cannon that's going to work with low PSI pressure washer, so it'll still give us some pretty good foam. So all you got to do from this point is hook up your water hose, which we're going to do in a second. plug up the power, and then we'll get right back to the foam. So we'll be right back. All right, so here we have our water hose. Like I say, nothing special. You know, everything's kind of standard and straightforward. We're gonna plug our water hose into the back of the unit. So I'm gonna make sure it's tight, that way we don't have any leaks. This unit does have a built-in GFI, which will kill the power if you do end up getting water on the plugs or have some kind of short circuit, which will kind of protect you. You still want to avoid getting water on the unit, but if it does, you know, you have an extra level of protection. So once again, I'm going to make sure all my connections are tight. That's pretty much it. So if I cut it on, so you hear it charge up. And so once you hear that motor start working, it's going to mean that you do have your full pressure. So in this case, once again, it's an electric pressure washer, 1600 PSI unit. And so I'm going to untangle this cable, which will allow me to get around the car. Now, one thing I found with these Ryobi pressure washers, this cable is it's a little bit hard. So what that means is when you're bending the cable, twisting it around the car, eventually this cable is going to break on you. But the good thing about it is that you can buy a pressure washer cable from like Home Depot, Walmart, anywhere you can get them at, and maybe about 20 bucks or so, and it'll be more of a flexible cable that won't break on you. So these last a couple of months, but if you're washing the car a lot, you will have to replace this cable, but it is cheap to do so. So not gonna be a big deal. So let's test it out. Before we, one thing you wanna make sure is before you actually spray the car, you make sure you're locked in. If you're not locked in, when you spray it, it'll shoot the tip out. And so I'm gonna just give you an example. I have it in here, but it's not locked in, and so when I spray it, it'll fly towards your car. So you definitely don't want to do that. So make sure you lock the tip in, double check it. Never hurts to double check it. And then now we're good to go. So I'm gonna spray the car with water, then we'll spray it with soap. We will have to hit it with a sponge, and so we'll cut out for when I actually hit it with the sponge and use my 2-bucket method. And then we'll come back when we rinse the car off and we'll show you the results. So we'll be right back. All right, so now that we're done rinsing the car off, we got our foam cannon. I mixed my soap up. So we're gonna test out this MTM foam cannon. So I have my fitting in here. I have my threaded tape, my thread sealer. And so other than that, we're good to go. So you may have to set it on the fly to figure out what's your best soap ratio. And this gun I have a lot of soap, so we're gonna get a lot of foam as a result. Let's check it out. I didn't check it, so what happened is it almost popped out on me. So like I said, you want to make sure you check it and you'll be good to go. All right, so I'm locked in, so I'm good to go. So once again, I'm just using a 1600 PSI pressure washer, nothing crazy. It's one of the cheapest ones they offer. But as you can see, we are able to get a good amount of foam on the car, which is all you need. You know, a garage pressure washer will give you more foam, but unless you're trying to make cool videos and you're just trying to wash the car, this will do. So I'm gonna finish off foaming the car, give it a quick rinse, and then we'll end up going back over the car in a second. But this is just showing you how it works. So. Alright, so when we're foaming the car, we'll let that foam sit for a little while, let it get some of that dirt down, and then what we'll do is we'll wash it using the 2-bucket method, which is still going to be required. When you have a car this dirty, you're not going to be able to do a wash and rinse. You know, I'm going to have to do the same car wash I do if I had a, you know, without having a pressure washer, and then I'll rinse it off and I'll be good to go. So this is just a quick review showing you the functionality of a $200 at-home pressure washer setup, showing you that it's not nothing that you can't not do. So this is the basic functionality of a $200 at-home pressure washer setup, just showing you that with 2 pieces of equipment, you know, along with your water hose, your water, your electrical supply, you'll be able to wash your car at home, get pretty good results, and have good equipment doing so. So I'm just gonna rinse this off. Alright, so once again, as you see, the benefit of having an at-home pressure washer setup is that you can wash your car whenever you want to. You know, at nighttime, early in the morning, when the regular car wash is closed, and not have to worry about working around someone else's schedule or waiting in line. You are able to get the same level of results you get going to a car wash, even better, and you'll be able to spend more time focusing on the quality of your car wash. So, all in all, like I said, we spent $200 on this equipment. After you wash your car about 4 times, it'll pay for itself. After that, you know, you'll be able to enjoy that setup for many years to come. One thing you do want to do, buy the warranty. It's probably an extra $10. In case anything happens, you can go swap it out, and you'll be good to go. So that's pretty much it for this video. Of course, we got more to come. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all on the next one. So y'all stay tuned. Peace.